keep it real with ya. Real hot girl shoot. It ain't always about what you like, sometimes it's about what's right.
Hi guys, welcome back to another Hair by Omari video. Today we're gonna be learning how I achieved a candy coated wig look today. So we did the watercolor method and we used the two colors Raspberry Twist and Rich Eggplant by Adore. I was also going to use this Jazzing in the black cherry color, but I didn't again. I actually wasn't even sure if I was going to use both of those Adore colors. I knew for sure I was going to use the Raspberry Twist, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use the Rich Eggplant. And we also are going to be using our Shimmer Lights shampoo today. So the first thing I did before I colored the wig was wash it. So we're gonna check out right now this blonde wig we have. It's our Island Body Wave wig and it's 14 inches, a 13 by 4 lace front wig. As you can see, it has the 4 combs inside and she is beautiful all by herself. I mean, you don't even need to do anything to this wig, but we want it to be a little spicy, you know? So check her out, check her out. So we're gonna wash this wig because we want to get rid of the yellow tint that's on it. So right now I'm just pouring in the Shimmer Light shampoo and we're gonna mix that in with our comb because you want to mix in this shampoo before you start to wash your wig, because the Shimmer Light shampoo, it's purple and it stains. So you really want to make sure it's evenly distributed throughout the water so that it can be evenly distributed throughout the hair once you dip it. So right now we're gonna wash this wig in our Shimmer Lights shampoo water just to get rid of that yellow tint it has when you bleach wigs. And when you bleach hair, that's what happens. It ends up getting like a little yellow tint. So right now I'm just combing through the hair. We're fast forwarding because you don't need me to be here all day with this. So we're just combing through, making sure the wig is Say you want me fi come boom pani, boom pani, boom pani. Say you want me fi come boom pani, tip 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 on me toe now. Bend down low now. Boom pani, boom pani. Say you want me fi come boom pani. Alright, so there we go. I actually let this wig sit for 5 minutes after I washed it, and now we're back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let this wig dry before I start to watercolor it. That's because the hair is already saturated with water and it's not going to really hold as much of the colored water because it's already filled with the regular water, shampoo water, regular water once I rinsed it. So I'm going to let it dry for about 2 hours, air dry. I'm not going to use a blow dryer or anything, and then I'm going to come back to it. So now I'm going to use my gloves because I don't really want my nails or hands to be stained, and you'll see in a little bit that this one glove has a hole in it, but I was not going to waste the glove. It got a little tear, but it's still workable and manageable, so I'm going to use it. And I used hot sink water, and then I added some hot water I had boiled in the pot, but I had boiled this water while the wig was drying, so it cooled down a bit. And I'm first going to go with my Raspberry Twist hair dye. I'm gonna add a good amount. So this one was a bottle I already had opened. It's about half filled, and I actually didn't even use the entire bottle. So you don't really need to use a full bottle if you're working with short hair, because remember this is only 14 inches. And again, just like with the Shimmer Lights, I'm going to evenly distribute that hair dye throughout the water because we don't want the hair to get stained in certain areas, and some parts are darker than others. So I'm just going to continue to add in as much as I want, as much as I desire for the hair. And I'm also going to go in with the Rich Eggplant, and I'm going to add a couple drops because I didn't want that to darken the dye too much. But I did not want it to just be the bright Raspberry Twist, so I kind of went back and forth with the two. You'll see too that I'm just in here trying to break apart any clumps that I can't really get with the comb with my finger, because again, like I said, I don't want those parts, those clumpy parts, to stick to the wig in any particular place. I want this all to be distributed evenly. So I'm gonna do my strand test, and I'm gonna get an amazing color once I test this strand up here. And I was like, oh my gosh, beautiful. There you go, see it there.
Told me that you'll never love me, all of it is pretend. I told them on their business cause they not in my position. When I said that I was in love, they said that I was tripping. I cut the haters off and I got into my man cause I take them for all.
So then I'm gonna go in with my wig and I'm gonna dip it in 3, 2, 1, dip. 3, 2, 1, dip. Come on girl, dip the wig. So there I'm dipping it, trying to make sure I get all the strands of hair in. Kind of like at the same time, I'm just really trying to move fast so that one particular place doesn't necessarily get all of the dye. The first time I dipped it, I didn't really get the full color I want. As you can see, the color is being absorbed by the hair, and the water is really getting lighter, it's clearing up. So I had to add more dye and repeat the same process. So I'm combing through the hair now because I want to make sure, like I said before, the dye is distributed evenly.
L-O-V-E, Y-O-U.
It's a box of chocolate, a dozen of roses. L-O-V-E,
Y-O-U.
So this is me repeating the same steps, adding the dye, mixing, I'm dipping the wig again.
extra, listen. I know everybody got a blessing, someone need lessons, someone need extra lessons. Now get be the first girl who get the exam. Careful. Well, go for us. Yeah, hear me? Them man no girl is free. Let me tell you something, if you never know idiot boy and you make she know me. Carry news to gal and a bad man style, na. Mama da she. Pour out the matter, what this me I feel laugh. She screenshot the text send me. She have you as a big yes man. Tell you the man have this for me. Gal when you hungry can imagine if then you bang it for me. Then better. Now you a story, tell her nothing what you say. We no believe. Yeah, ain't ruling baby mother with the bomb. They say to me. She have you as a me step out in a beef and every girl a swarm man. Then me go supreme them say this a no yard man. Take a boy girl in a second no run for the tall man. Boss one of my nigga if my nigga burn them on sleep never plan. That no mean them easy, that name style and pattern I'm in a two talk enough. Yeah for the done. Pick a country, me cover every nation. No for them a pattern, my style no understand. Can't do what me do, you know me a Merlin.
Okay, so this next thing I'm gonna do with the wig, which is something I probably should not have done the way I did it, but it came out amazing, and it worked in my favor because this was kind of like a lazy method. And I didn't want to go for my mannequin head or have to wait for the hair to dry and then part it, but I section it out and see which strands I want to attach the rich eggplant to. But I wanted to kind of add some purple highlights to the hair, and what I was doing was taking some of the dye in between my fingers and applying it to different strands of the hair. So this could have actually gone wrong. I could have accidentally distributed more dye in certain areas. You know, it could have ended up looking patchy. So this wasn't the proper way for me to go about it, but I did it and it worked in my favor, thankfully. So I just, you know, I'm adding it in different parts of the hair and different strands. And again, I just wanted to add like a little bit of highlight so that the wig wasn't just one solid color. It had a little bit of definition to it and was, you know, candy coated. I wanted to create a nice little effect with the dye.
The hours go before the morning sun, and then the girl want me deal with them, I for rip me to the ground. Yeah. Them man no girl is for me. Let me tell you something if you never know idiot. Boy, you make it easier for me. One tree. Carry news to gal on a bad man style, na. Mama lashy. Pour out the matter, this me I feel like she screenshot with text send me. She have you as a big yes man. Tell you the man have this for me. Gal when you're hungry, can imagine if you
smooth finish, so I just decided to wet the whole hair and wig, the whole wig. And just make sure that purple dye got distributed nice and evenly to those different strands, and make sure it wasn't looking too harsh, because I did go about it in the lazy method, I would say.
Make it light up your life like pepper light like Christmas or tomorrow. Broken back out a beam in a gut. Like you should have named cave time fly a bag of bat.
Alright guys, and that's it for now. If you want to see how I achieve this final look, please look out for the next video that I'm gonna upload. Bye guys.
No one can stop me. Me no know when, but I know today, I know tomorrow. I know today, I know tomorrow. But it like it a better tomorrow.